Okay, I'm up on YouTube now. Alright, that took longer than expected. That took longer than expected. What's up, y'all? This ain't finna be a short one, but it ain't finna be a long one either. I'm not high energy right now. You know, when am I ever? I just got off work. I work the third shift. So when I say this ain't finna be a long one, that mean I don't know how long this finna be. But I may just be back on later if I'm keeping it real. I'm trying to find something for us to watch because I don't want. Can I be transparent with y'all? All right. I want to figure out a way of communicating with y'all about, what it is that I'm currently interested in. You see what I'm saying? But I'm developing a lane on how it is that I'm going to approach that. So, yeah, that's what this stream is all about. You feel me? We just gonna relax. We gonna chill. I'm gonna get comfortable in front of the mic. That's one thing that I'm working on too. So, yeah, that's what we finna do. See what I'm saying? All right, so I want to watch some interesting. You feel me? Something I can give, an actual opinion on. You see what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of the times I've already seen what it is that we're watching together, or how can I say down there I'm as locked into the video as y'all should be. See what I'm saying? So let me see something we could watch that is engaging, but I guess not too stimulating for me to just be completely locked in learning something. Cause that's also the point of this whole channel, for real. Will's invested. You feel me? I'm invested too type jump. So it just makes sense in my head that, you feel me, as I'm investing in y'all, I'm also edifying myself. So, I'm just looking at, just trying to see something that, I don't want to get taken down. I got taken down a few times for watching something that was already uploaded. Trump pose crash as mega text and terrorists explode. I'm trying. Ooh, that boy Will. Let's watch this. Let's watch this and chill.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for.
All right, y'all. Mr. Tenderism situation gets worse. They stole everything from him. Ain't that some bullshit? Hey, man, right on brand, right on par. You know who I'm talking about, man. This is a long, deep history of this type of shit happening here in these states.
Wow! Oh, my God!
Someone has a lot of energy.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen, bro.
Something nefarious was going on. I didn't know these folks was this cutthroat. Destination Smokehouse just did the OG Walter Johnson, aka Mr. Tenderism. Absolutely filthy. We'll get back to the video shortly, but I wanted to let you guys know this video is being sponsored by Kalshi with the hype. But people have been calling out the red flags with Mr. Tenderism's partnership with Destination Smokehouse from day one, but I don't think anybody could have predicted how foul, how filthy, how dirty Destination Smokehouse would have done Mr. Tenderism. So the main issue a lot of people had from day one was when they figured out that the only reason why anybody was coming to the Destination Smokehouse and was coming to the restaurant was because of Mr. Tenderism, right, in his viral videos. So when people found out that he was not an owner, people were upset. People took to social media damn near looking to cancel and boycott Destination Smokehouse.
Hey, man, you know what, though?
I remember when they everybody on TikTok was everywhere was trying to warn this man, hey bro, because Keith Lee was trying to give him a check. I remember that Keith Lee was trying to give him a check, but they wouldn't let him give him the check. And everybody was like, hey, I think a lawyer even tried to put a trademark on tendernism for him. And dude wasn't trying to listen. So like, you feel me? At a certain point, you just gotta let folk be folk. See what I'm saying? You just gotta let folk be folk sometimes.
He ain't lying. And it's like the Disney World effect, right? You go to Disney World because they sell you on a fantasy, right? You looking at Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and all of the other characters, right? The Grinch, all that shit. And then you walk around the corner and you see them with their mask off and they smoking a cigarette or some shit. It just blew you. It's like, damn, the illusion is gone now. So everybody was infatuated with the fact that they had this charismatic older black gentleman who was the face of the business. And let's be real, stereotypically we think black people are the best cooks, for real. So you like, damn, there gotta be some good ass food, man, you know, because that should make you think about your uncle. It bring you back to your childhood. Your uncle that got the, you know, the barbecue 2000s on his feet, the sandals, you know, the shit with the spat with the tongs, and he grilling and everything tastes good. That's a,
you know what's crazy? My mom just got me a pair of them. She just got me a pair of them open toe joints.
Memory that us black folks can all come together and be like, damn, culturally we all can recognize some shit like that. Cookouts growing up, so that remind you back in the day. So yeah, you want to go and experience it. And then we find out that motherfucker not even the owner. That blew me, bro. I ain't gonna hold y'all, dog. The illusion, it was. And then it was a vanilla ass, and I don't even mean that as like to say he's white. What I mean is he's not even.
Yeah,
it's official.
I told
That's
you.
an unk status, you know.
My mom just got me a pair.
I'm just missing a little bit of the ass on the back heel.
Yeah. Just got me a pair. The same shoes he talking about at the black cookout.
And a charismatic white dude. He has no energy. He's lame. There's nothing entertaining about him. He's dry. And that's what I mean by vanilla.
Finding out that tendernism destination was not black owned was not on my bingo card in 2025.
Everybody would call her crazy.
People that talk
I saw the comments. Everybody would call her crazy when she came out with this video.
And
but now it happened, right?
For everybody saying, I don't see the problem with it. The fact that this man was able to grow a business is exactly what slaves did in this country. We picked cotton. We made the U.S. billions, and then they gave us our freedom, and now we're still fighting for reparations in 2025, while every other nationality that has ever been wronged in this country has pretty much received some type of reparation.
Y'all owe her in a...
Wait. I just want to touch on this, and I'm going to keep it brief. Listen, reparations go deeper than most people even thinking about. What about all of the inventions that slaves created and that the white man took credit for, right? It is actually on the books. A man by the name of Joseph Holt, he was the U.S. Patent Commissioner in 1857. He said that slaves could not hold patents, that intellectual property belonged to the slave owner. There was a slave inventor by the name of Ned that created this thing that used to scrape cotton. He had an owner by the name of Oscar Stewart. Oscar Stewart tried to get an application filed in, and it got rejected because he didn't invent it, and a slave owner couldn't hold a patent. So Oscar was like, fuck that, I'm gonna just start selling this anyway. And he made buku money. The slave owner said a slave created it, because what can a free colored man create? Nothing. He was like, damn, the fact that we own him gives him creative ability. Hey man, just learning African.
What kind of circle logic? What the fuck? I don't even think that's circle logic at that point. Yeah, I don't even think that's circle logic. Like, I just used the wrong shit, but at the same time, it's what? Because they own a. Yeah, but he did just teach me something new. I did not know. Up to a certain point, we weren't even able to hold patents in our name. Yeah, I'm messing with something over here. I know it just sounded like I really just said some bullshit, like I wasn't even really listening, but I'm fucking with, what's the name? You know what? I can just say it, or can I type it and pin it? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna type it and pin it. Oh wait, no, it's already the name of the stream. I'm tripping. Alright, I was overthinking some shit, y'all. We back at it. Come on.
American history will piss you off. I ain't gonna yap no more after this, y'all.
An apology. I ain't forget. I know who you are in the comments. I'm gonna go back to the original video. You owe her an apology, bruh. Because We called her. Well, I'm telling on myself now, man. All right, but but y'all called her crazy. A lot of y'all was in my comment section.
I said that.
Man, bro, stop trying to ruin a good thing for the. Oh man, go get a job. Because a lot of us fell for the PR interview they did. During this PR interview, to get the public off their back, they used a whole lot of tricky words to manipulate us into thinking that they weren't exploiting Walter, that Mr. Tenderism, aka Walter, was actually an owner, but they didn't just outright say he's an owner. And that's how I knew they were using tricky language to manipulate, because if he was an owner, you would just say he's an owner.
Poetic Flacco, brother. Nobody was falling for that shit, man. I don't know nobody that fell.
I didn't even see that shit.
Maybe the ones on TikTok and shit, but like people that I've covered on the internet, like on YouTube, nobody was buying this shit, man. Ain't nobody. How can you look at this dude right here on the left and trust him? Like, come on now, let's be for real. He looked like every white dude that ever fucked over a black person looked like. That's what he looked like.
I didn't even watch it. I didn't watch it at all. I knew they was putting straight BTA. I'm trying to. I just felt it in my spirit.
To a business owner was crazy. That was the other thing too, is like he really thinks Walt is like this helpless guy who needs his help. How are you going to tip a business owner? Tip the whole staff.
That's the first time he referenced Walter as an owner. But when they asked him directly, is Walter an owner? Watch how they duck goose it. Watch how they try to use tricky language to get around it.
People want to know, like, Walt, you're doing so much to help this brand, do Walter have, ownership or equity in a Destination Smokehouse? Is that something that you can share?
Everybody's business ain't nobody's business. But this is how I put it. I'm telling you that. It's my business. It's whatever. It's Nick's business. That sharing your business, all of this here, we just have Destination One in the nation.
One thing I'm gonna say is this, dog. If you was really a part of the business, you would have just told them, yeah. Because here's the thing, it's public record. All they gotta do is go to the business of secretary of business of state, whatever it's called,
Secretary of State,
and searching the names or the owner or the business. It's gonna tell you who the owners are. Not hard to do.
I can't.
Now here's my take. You can only help people as much as they want to help themselves. I'm pretty sure he had somebody in his corner, or at least, you know what? I can't even say that. I'm not in his life, right? But I believe he could read. And he's on social media. He has social media in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion. So if you can see them comments under there, I'm pretty sure like, people are saying, you probably getting taken advantage of. I remember a lawyer had came out and was trying to help him trademark. I think it's trademark the tenderism, phrase and everything, so he could get like a percentage in some type of way. I think it is. I can't remember. I think I'm getting that word wrong. But guess what? Whole time, like, you can only help people as much as they want to help themselves. And like, at some point, you just got to be like, all right, you feel me? But don't be like big-headed and not want to help them afterwards type junk. Like, it's up to you for sure. But at the same time, there's a grace and power in, you feel me, still being that love and spirit, not letting the enemy change you. You see what I'm saying?
Did all sharing personal, how much money or this and that. I'm letting, okay, we cut this dude a chase. He's not taking advantage of me. We're going to be here until the end.
And as far as ownership goes, as much as I'll say, because I'm going to respect Walt's privacy, Walt is definitely a part of this business. He is not an employee. I would be safe to say that the finances that we have both been able to increase into our bank account since we've been here has been something great for both of us.
Whatever they selling, the OG was buying it, bruh. They sold the OG the dream so cold. The OG was telling us that we start in trouble, that we drama queens, that we gotta stop with the narratives. and he was riding with them 100%.
I remember just like the same two people on this podcast right now is the same two people know something about destination. But see, the media just get off and run with the negative stuff, and I tell them all the time, don't be feeding into that negativity, because they ain't not just somebody trying to put.
You know what? Scratch what I said earlier. I can say that. I'll only say that if what was really going down was maybe he wasn't on social media as much as we may think, or like as much as, you know, you and I may be on social media. If that's the case, and you feel me, this dude, not him, but him with Walter, if he is like the manipulative type, he could spin a story and make Walter feel like everybody on the net is his enemy, because he's not really understanding. He come from like a different, you feel me, generation. But who knows? You feel me? I'm saying if that is the case. But you feel me? I don't know. Y'all say what's up. Say what's up in the chat.
Until today. But when this first dropped,
I ain't gonna care. I cringe when I just did that shit.
Because shortly after this interview, the trademark applications got released, and we got to see and witness. Hold on. Destination Smokehouse applied for the Tenderism trademark, even though the Tenderism was started and owned by the OG Walter. Mm-hmm. But they applied for the trademark under a different name, so we wouldn't know it was them applying. Mm-hmm. That's when it all kind of hit. Oh, hold on. They told Walter, you know, like he's owner, or he has like an ownership stake in Destination Smokehouse. So these slick devils gave the OG Walter, I guess, stake in the sub company while they was buying up and owning everything under the parent company. So the OG Walter owned nothing.
But this is not new information. Like, if you covered this story, you know this is what they was doing. I watched a video of a lawyer who broke it all down, and I was like, ooh, boy, they know how to play with that paperwork. It's like with the artists in the 70s and the 80s, shit, even 90s, bro. You would record a song, write the song, record the song, and everything. The studio engineer, the owner of the building, the owner of the record label, his kids, and everybody else's names is put on the damn publishing and on the rights of that intellectual property. Just people who had no parts of the process of the production, enabling themselves to reap the benefits of the artists, the black artists, because they were ignorant of the fact that that's how the game was being played. No, the similarities are just crazy. That's all I'm saying.
Restaurant Destination Smokehouse, but when you check the trademark records, there's a separate company called Diamond Smokehouse.
I ain't gonna lie, I got a strong feeling if you wear them meta glasses around me, I think you'll wear a wire. He on camera. Why is he on camera?
House, who filed subsequent trademarks after attorney Kenneth Harris. And so inquiring minds are probably thinking, well, who is Diamond Smokehouse? Because the white boy we see on TikTok with Mr. Walt, Mr. Tenderism, his company is called Destination Smokehouse. But you know, we do thorough research around here. So let's figure out who owns Diamond Smokehouse. Now, when I did my research on the California Secretary of State site, when you search Diamond Smokehouse, the owner, as you can see below, is Nicholas Yapriman. Okay? Now, let's go search for Destination Smokehouse and see, is it the same owner?
Holy cow. This is sweet. Can I ride it? Yeah.
What happened to my YouTube Premium?
Rally XL opened up a whole nother.
All right, so when you pull the formal paperwork for Destination Smokehouse, you can see the name at the top. In the section that says officers, you see the same name, Nicholas Yapirian. So we conclude that Diamond Smokehouse, without the trademark for Tenderism, is owned by Nicholas, who also owns Destination Smokehouse. Now, there are some statements going around on social media that, hey, Mr. Tenderism actually is a business owner with Nicholas, and he owns a portion of Destination Smokehouse. As we can see from the official paperwork, that is not true. Walt, Mr. Tendenism, he's not listed on any of the formal paperwork. The only way he would have an ownership interest in the company is if they transferred ownership shares of the corporation to him.
Let's get to the update though. Today we found out not only did he not own anything, but he was an employee.
Sheesh.
And we know he was an employee the entire time because they fired him today. They kicked him to the curb, and now he went home with absolutely nothing after building a multi-million-dollar company for these people. Now, we got signs that some—
Hey, bro, look, I can't keep it in. I can't keep it in. If we die and find out that the devil in the Bible was fake, we can be rest assured to realize that devil that we thought what they were talking about in the Bible, that motherfucker right here walking amongst us, and he looked like Nicholas. Shit. Messed over that old man, bro. That's crazy, dog. But like I said, it's nothing new under the sun, man. They been doing this, man. They gonna take your intellectual property and they gonna get rich off that shit. That's what they do, bro. With music, with business, with art, you name it.
Something was very—
Facts. I heard we invented Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. That's crazy, bro.
very wrong.
Fucked up.
When Mr. Tenderism—
I didn't know that. They don't teach that in school. McGraw Hill. Search that up.
Destination Smokehouse.
See who that's on
and
about.
He had some subtle messaging within the new Instagram telling people that he's the original and they need to come over and follow him, the original. He made sure to emphasize original and one and only.
Hey, this is official Mr. Tendenism coming to y'all. You know, I just got off the freeway kind of late at night, but I want to know y'all come on my page. Official Mr. Tendenism.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Y'all come on down now. I'm the Tendenism original.
What was that noise? Hello.
I'm the Tendenism original.
Hey,
now nobody
hello.
else. I'm the Tendenism original. Now nobody on down now. I'm the Tendenism original.
Hey,
now,
when I get a soundboard that's going on.
Original Tendenism. Booyah.
Shit.
So get this. Mr. Tenderism is in Texas right now. He's not even in California. Apparently he got fired and sent home. So we learned this from a Texas rapper named Cartel Bo. So after Cartel Bo seen this video, he reached out. And Mr. Tenderism confided in Cartel Bo because Cartel Bo is helping Mr. Tenderism get his own restaurant and his own food truck that's already set up for him.
Shout out to Cartel, whoever he is.
Mr. Tenderism revealed to Cartel Bo that not only did he get fired, but they told him if he used Mr. Tenderism, they will sue him.
Oh my God, that is a play out of white supremacist books. What? Oh my God, they done stole the man's word, probably got the recipe. I don't know.
Let's send me a number and let's connect. We'll call a little later today and thank you for thinking of me. Definitely, you got help here and we don't want nothing. It's all love. It's only one tenderism.
Likely they did, and now they reaping the benefits of that shit, dog. Do you realize what this devil just did to this man, bro? This man could have set it up to the point where his family would be receiving benefits off of his intellectual property. Now, this devil, Nicholas family, gets to reap the benefits of his hard work. But hey, that's what history has shown us. This is what they do, bro. It is what it is, man. Fuck, we got too many examples of this. Remember Ned, the slave owner I told y'all about in the beginning of the video? This is Ned in 2026, man.
Is in full effect, man. Them people did my boy wrong, man. They did our favorite uncle wrong as hell, bruh. But we not worried about none of that, man, because we already bought the building. We got it down here. We got the barbecue truck down here. So it's connected. However he want to do it. If he want to travel or he want to work straight out his restaurant, he can do what he want. We've been on the phone. It's really happening, man. Them people did my man's wrong, bro. They exploited him. They exploited our uncle, man. They exploited him, man. They used him, man. These racist ass white people use to the fullest of what they can get out of him. And the second he stepped away, because he was doing it out the heart, out the loyalty, they trademarked the word tenderism, fired him, and told him if he can't use it no more, we gonna sue him. So we break
it is trademark. Go with your gut. You know, when I was in like 4th grade, I got taken for tests to see, you feel me, if I was a little slow for some other reason. But they said my vocabulary was on a college level. Facts. That's one thing I always liked English as a class, cause I spoke it.
Hey, we done already tender a trademark another way to say tenderism. He good. We give him his own restaurant. He ain't gotta pay for nothing. We coming out of pocket for everything. All we ask y'all to do is, man, bless Unc Game, man. Go send a couple dollars to Unc, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Let's get Unc going.
This is a story as old as time. We've seen stories like this play out time after time after time after time. And Unc been around for a while. Yo, Unc ain't no dummy. Unc is a savvy dude, and they still was able to do it to him.
Unc not that savvy, bro. Straight up, man. I'm gonna keep it real, dog. Unc was not that savvy, because he sat up there and played in a lot of our faces, the ones who felt empathy for him, and he took that white devil side. I mean, he was like, don't worry about what, this my brother. He got a video on the internet right now, and I don't know if they took it down, but I saw it with my own eyes. Take my word for it. This is my brother. He talking about the white.
Hey, I laugh because you know what I just thought of? That scene in Django when he shoot Leonardo DiCaprio. And Samuel L. Jackson say, Master, no!
Dude, we started this out of a small grill, da-da-da-da-da. And look at him now, bro. Nah, man. The sermon would have kept him safe.
Unc came into a struggling business. They admitted they were struggling. They ain't know where to go. They didn't have the direction. Unc came in. He had the recipes. He gave him the recipe. He had the vision. He gave him the vision. He had the business plan. He gave him the business plan. He had the sauce. He gave him the sauce. Bro. The creative turned it all around. He had the personality. Yo, what didn't Unc do for the restaurant? He gave them the recipe to make the food good. He then gave them the personality that blew him up online and then brought in all the foot traffic. He literally created a multi-million-dollar business for them for absolutely nothing, for free.
Let's blow that bitch up.
They felt like this.
I'm playing, y'all. You too, I'm playing.
Hey, he a fool. I ain't gonna cap. That was funny. Funny timing. Funny.
And that was not, listen, y'all, that was a joke.
I felt it too.
Tripping with them community guidelines. They done got your boy a couple times. That's what I'm saying.
They no longer need the creative because they already got the sauce. They already got the recipe. They already got everything. And now Uncle's probably talking about equity and ownership. Say, hey, we don't. I mean, it's too late. Like, you already gave up everything, bro. Bye.
Wait. What happened to the black lawyer who supposedly is the one who filed the patent first? The copyright.
You, bro.
What happened to him? He said he did it to protect Unc's best interest. What happened to him? I hope Flacco covers this because that's important.
Now they fired him. Now guess what? He's left with nothing now.
Shit.
They even took his name. Y'all don't even understand how deep that is, man. Man, y'all playing, man. They took his free labor, they took his identity, and they took his creation. So Cartel Bo took to Instagram to send a message to Destination Smokehouse, okay? So Cartel Bo wrote them, and he says, listen, okay, this racist POS,
Bravo. Brilliant introduction. I love it.
Used our favorite local for all his hard work, exposure, social media marketing, and stole all financial blessings that famous celebrities all over the world came and gave to Mr. Walter Johnson. And the money for themselves trademarked his terrorism brand and fired him. This is what we need to be fighting. We let every race but our own profit, use, and abuse our culture, our drip, amid our hard work, and racist colonizing POS crap like Destination Smokehouse.
He was angry when he typed this. Y'all notice it's all caps.
Steal all the profit, keeping us down and down, never being able to get our head above the water. As a black man and a businessman, I am very offended after all the success he brought to the table, and I'm willing to purchase this man an entire restaurant. You gotta applaud this man.
Chef's
right?
kiss.
Cartel Bo ain't have to do this, man, but he stepped up. We're a community. And to me, this. Right here is what's about. They could steal the sauce, they could steal the name, but they can't steal the culture, man. You can't imitate culture, bro. You either with us or you not. So Cartel Bo would also continue, bro, and he's on they next, right?
Man, I bet the piss out Nicholas, dog. Man, he the type of dude, bro. I don't think I'd be if I cross paths with this dude tomorrow, bro. I don't think I'd be able to keep my mouth shut. Be like, said, bro, you the Smokehouse Destination dude, bro. I'd have slapped the fuck out you in here, bro. Excuse my language, y'all, but I'm just a real nigga should bat the piss out you right now, dog. Whoa, what do you mean? Oh, don't pull out the 9, Jamal. Nah, bro, you deserve it, bro. Real talk.
They ain't talking. He tagged Unc says, send me a number, they connected and they talk, and this is where he got all this information from, okay?
Maybe.
He showed them on FaceTime.
Kelly probably got it my fault.
Now, Cartel has been applying pressure to tenderism, right? Applying pressure, man. All right, he tagged him and says, take every post of Unc off your page or we gonna flag your page for impersonation. This is the part of the situation that really makes my skin crawl. And, if there's a way to help Unc, we gotta help Unc. This is some nasty work you're about to hear about. They fired Unc, told Unc he can't use his own name, while at the same time they're simultaneously still profiting off of Unc, his likeness, his image, and his name, and Unc can't do nothing about it because they own it? What? Check this out, man. Check this out, bruh. All right? So here you see Unc, right? Still, if you scroll down, who do you see?
Man, take that man off your page, bro.
Right, they posted this video of apparently, like them telling
It's
people
green
to check
on
out
him.
a video they did with Unc a year ago.
Hey, it's green on him until he take Unc off his damn page. Facts. That shit raw. Like, that's like in your face. Like, you feel me? Treachery. Like, that ain't even like behind the hand, hidden. No, like.
If you scroll down, all right, you see they're still doing promos with Unc's name and likeness. They're promoting like this product from this company right here called Barbecue Company. They're using Unc likeness to promote this because Unc is the sauce. So they're using this man's name, his likeness, his image to still make a bag and still promote others.
I need a reason not to bat this.
When y'all fired him, this like getting fired from that call center, right? And you see they done copy your voice and they're using your voice to take AI calls. Or you get fired from Walmart and you see your name and likeness on a Walmart billboard promoting Walmart as the best company ever. Imagine seeing your name and likeness on like.
I ain't never signed those contracts. I made sure I purposely left those damn sections blank every job I done had or signed up for. Whenever they was asking for pictures and everything, purposely left that shit blank. So if they ever started profiting off me in any type way, give me that, stupid. Y'all ain't checked the damn form for real. Y'all ain't see if I signed it for real or not. Y'all just took it. Y'all was so happy and because I am a great interviewee. You see what I'm saying? Haven't been turned down for no job I ever applied for. Facts. If I have, it was for other reasons. Facts. So I'm saying, like, yeah. People, y'all gotta watch what y'all signing. Like, I even sometimes I ain't gonna say that all the time, but sometimes I'll be reading the terms and conditions of certain shit that I be signing up for. Like I'll sit there and like I got the time for it now. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll save it to a PDF in the file. Never look at that shit again.
Add more people after they fire you. Nasty, nasty, nasty work, man. But the saddest part about this, bruh, and I'll be real, this right here is something we as a community, we gotta look ourselves in the mirror, right? So Unc started a GoFundMe, if you guys don't know, right?
38,000 followers already.
Going, right? Now, Unc is only asking for $7,000, right? $7,000. Now, after the community, after TikTok, after Twitter, after Instagram, after all these people told Unc to quit, to leave them folks, we got you, Unc. Unc left. Well, he got fired. Started a GoFundMe asking for $7,000, man. And after about 2 days, he could only raise $403 in non-donations, man.
That's fucked up.
Nasty work. But
it's the economy, though. I ain't gonna care. If I had it, I'd go donate to bro. I got it, though.
On this GoFundMe,
like I do.
Unc also confirmed that he was fired after the Keith Lee situation. So Unc says, when food critic Keith Lee visited, national attention surged and many were surprised to learn that Walter was the face of the restaurant, not the owner, igniting conversations about viral fame and ownership. Soon after the spotlight intensified, Walter was ultimately fired from the restaurant he helped make famous. So they fired this man because the public was putting pressure on them to give him equity and ownership, and they didn't want to give him equity and ownership, even though they came out and said they gave him equity and ownership. This is crazy, man.
This is like the Civil War. Like, nah, we gonna fight for this shit, nigga. Goddamn, you fired. God damn it, doing nothing for you Negroes. Get it in blood. That's what they said, bro.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man.
I hate it.
I think it's nasty and it's cold. And I'll be real, Unc only raising $400 after the community told him we got his back. This is nasty work, man. Right? Yo, I'm gonna reach out and try to do a little something, man, for Unc, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, okay? And
as far as I'm concerned, the business owner, Nicholas, that white dude right there, bro, he could dye his hair pink as far as I'm concerned. I'm just saying, though, dog, this man, boy, that's some down bad shit. What I need to know, though, is what happened to the lawyer, the black man who's filed for that shit, saying that he was trying to help Walter.
Dr. Umar is always a funny topic. I
think it's interesting that you're saying he's being used as a political shield. Now, you're not saying that outright.
Why did he get the contract? Jay-Z was brought to the NFL's table to deflect from the fact that they didn't want to give Colin Kaepernick his job back. Jay-Z knew he was being used as pass interference.
I forgot that.
He knew he was being used as pass interference. And if you remember, when he first came to the table, he got a lot of backlash from Black America. Remember? They got on him about that.
I forgot that.
About Kaepernick's job? No, he ain't going to do nothing about Kaepernick's job.
Look, they say the sky's the limit, I'm going for
it.
She keep blowing.
Don't know a Jay-Z song. If that offends any of y'all, fuck it. But the only way that move would make sense is if he's playing on his own board. And by on his own board, I mean like he's doing some like trying to acquire a team. And like do some type of like billionaire warfare, take over the NFL type shit. Ooh. You know, that's the only way a move like that would make sense. Not saying anybody should do it. But who knows? He probably did or didn't do it. I don't know. I don't think he on the team right now.
Okay, the fastest jump. Yo, welcome to What's Up There podcast. I am your active and attractive host for another episode of the fastest growing show in culture. I want to send a salute to everyone that's ever watched. Come to patreon.com right now for the vibes. Be a part of the congregation and the conversation. Today I got one of my favorite recurring guests. He's probably one of the only people that I track down One of the only people that I'm like, I'm gonna be patient with Umar. Somebody I really enjoy having conversations with. With that being said, man, we got Dr. Umar Johnson. How are you, brother?
Peace and Pan-Africanism. Glad to be back. It's Up There podcast, Nashville Stand Up.
Yes, sir, man. I missed you. We missed you.
Yes, sir.
A lot to talk about, a lot to address. You're someone that I like to give my props to you. My mother called me today knowing you were coming. I always tell you, she appreciates you.
Give her my blessings.
Yes, and
Queen
she said,
mother,
yes,
shout out.
Yes, so shout out to moms. And she says, when you get on there with Umar, you make sure you give him his props like you do some of these rap guys that's your buddies. I said, man, Umar we always give each other. Yeah, how have you been, man?
I've been all right. How long has it been?
We was here. You were here maybe last year, October, or maybe it was earlier than that. Maybe August, September.
Wait a minute. You mean August that just passed, or August a year?
Last year.
Not August of
25.
Right, because we in the new year.
Yeah,
we in the new year.
We did with
September, October, November, December. 6 months.
Yeah,
okay,
man.
okay.
I remember we dealt with Shannon Sharp
Yes,
and
sir.
Ryan
Okay,
Clark
6
and
months
RG3.
ago. Oh, I thought you were saying like 18 months.
Nah, hell no. I ain't going that long, right? We come on now.
Yes, sir.
No, we fuel culture with our conversation. I won't go that long, ever.
Yes,
we got to see you over here.
The tan Kente cloth T-shirt I had on.
Yes. Yeah, man. Yeah. Has anything changed with you?
Nah, everything's been well. Life been good. Life been lifing. You know, everything just been positive so much, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
How was your trip?
Quick, nice and quick. It was all right.
Delta is always a blessing. I love Delta.
White folks always asking you, who are you? Because they see all the black people stopping.
Yeah.
You know, taking pictures, and they like, who are you? I'm like, nobody. I'm just an activist.
You know, black people love you. That's one thing I will say. I want to start with something that I seen online. Drewski posted you. For people who don't know, Drewski was seen courtside with Sky Bree. She is an OnlyFans star.
Okay.
And he posted you and said, Dr. Umar, I'm sorry.
Okay.
She is a snow bunny. What is your response to Drewski posting you?
Hey, shouts out Umar. The fact that he got everybody threatening to tell people, and he got people apologizing just for going for what they flavor is. That's crazy.
And him going that route.
Shout out to Drewski. Of course, politically, I don't support interracial relationships.
Yo, how y'all
I don't
doing?
support it for anyone. That includes Drewski. I don't know why they were courtside together, so I don't want to be presumptuous. They could have just been hanging out. I didn't hear him say he's dating her.
Right.
I didn't hear her say she's dating him. So for all
He
we know,
implied
just two
something.
celebrities
He
went out
said,
to
Dr.
enjoy a
Umar, I'm
game
sorry.
together. So I'm not going to make too much of it. I think he's very clear on where I stand as it relates to interracial relationships because of the conversation he and I had on one of his episodes of It Could Have Been Love.
Yes.
So, you know, he knows exactly where I stand. With that being said, I think black men need to stop playing around when it comes to interracial dating. There was a report that came out not long ago that said at the current rate of miscegenation in the black community, if black men and women, but mostly men, continue to reproduce outside of their community, by 2050, most African Americans will be mixed race and they will not identify as black, which is to say that we may go down in history as being the first population ever to eliminate themselves. So it's not a joke anymore. Everything we're talking about, from reparations to criminal justice to the survival of HBCUs, none of that will matter if we erase ourselves from the American population by constantly reproducing ourselves. It only takes about 3 generations to eliminate your phenotype.
I'm gonna need a source
if
on
I have
that.
a child with a white woman and that child has a child with a white woman, my great-grandchild will probably look Caucasian and could probably pass as Caucasian.
Right.
And even if he can't pass, he's not going to identify as black. So we literally eliminating ourselves. So that's why when we have these conversations about black power and black progress, my question is, what rules are we putting around behavior? There has to be rules to behavior. Right now, we don't have any rules to behavior. There's no code of conduct for black men or black women or black youth, and we're suffering because of it.
Do you think that interracial dating really would be the cause of our demise in that way? That literally will be.
We're almost there.
That's
crazy.
Right
now it's looking like interracial dating will be the demise of Black America, which is interesting, right? Because we got this war going on between continental African immigrants, Caribbean African immigrants, British African immigrants, and the American Africans who built this country. And I'm standing back saying, y'all got all this smoke for these African immigrants, some of it justifiable. But if you don't do anything about the fire in your own house, think about this now. If you don't do anything about the bunny hopping in your own house, you won't even be around to complain about the African immigrants. Think about that now.
Yeah.
30, 40 years.
Damn, somebody got it.
It's from now.
Talking about that.
There won't be no African American.
Yeah, someone. That shit bothering me. I don't know if y'all see it. It's right there on here.
It'll still be African immigrants. It'll still be Caribbean immigrants, and it'll be biracial blacks.
Wow.
Think about that. So when are we going to address the fire in our own house as opposed to poking fun at and criticizing others for not standing with us? Because although that's important also, I think the bunny hopping crisis, where we are risking extermination of ourselves, is far more important than all those other problems put together.
You know, but there's a comedic side that you do lean into online, right? When with some of your content, I think it has lended itself to your reach. Some of the people take some of your content and they place it here and there, and some of the blog sites that you wouldn't see your normal conscious, you know, activists on, you actually appear there. And I think it's because you don't have the traditional conscious content. You do speak about the snow bunnies, and I think you're comedic sometimes. So if Drewski is utilizing the comedic angle, is that still okay? So if that applies to Drewski, that we have to stop messing around, does that apply to you as well?
It applies to everyone, but see, I don't mess around.
Not with snow bunnies, but just with the 5'5" thick in the thighs.
But I'm not messing around with that because that's my type.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's not a joke.
No, it's not a joke.
Okay,
and ultimately, it's about the respect of the black woman. So it's a metaphor. Because think about it. Up until Kim Kardashian and these other white models decided to become 5'5" thick in the thighs or larger than what they were, most black women were going out of their way to destroy their natural black look. Remember, they didn't want big thighs. They didn't want big ass. You go back 20 years ago, black women were having bulimia problems, anorexia problems.
Yes.
You follow me?
Yes.
Binge eating, throwing up on purpose. You understand me?
That is 100%.
They wanted to be small and teeny.
Yes.
They wanted to look like Bo Derek. You understand?
Yes.
So it wasn't until a lot of these white actresses and models decided that thick lips was now sexy, a voluptuous backside was now sexy, then black women started to embrace their own natural beauty. But it took white women to say your ass is beautiful before black women could tell their asses were beautiful.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I say 5'5" thick in the thighs, that is a metaphor for black women to embrace their natural beauty.
Right. Now, I have seen people try to weaponize that side of you.
I say, you feel me, black women have loved their beauty. I mean, that there was a certain period, I guess, that you can remember where people was doing like a whole bunch of crazy shit just to be skinny, but I don't really think like, you feel me, there was ever like a point in time where black women just did not love their own beauty type, you know? I don't know about that one.
Rhetoric or the things you speak about, how do you respond to that, or what's your feeling about that?
Give me an example.
You know, people just say that you speak so highly about the black woman and hold them up so high, and then sometimes it can feel like you're sexualizing them.
I think that over my entire body of work, people will see that the aspect where I address the sex appeal of the black woman is minuscule compared to the overall message. You know, of course it's going to be there because I'm still a man, right? And on a human level, we are attracted to one another. But I think the main message of respecting our women and being loyal to our women and protecting and upholding our women, I think that far exceeds any jokes about the curves that we love.
Right.
Because if that were not the case, I would not be as popular as I am amongst black women.
Do you think that helps you, or will it be part of your demise that you're leaning into that, right? Because most people on your level will hide their, you know, some of their sexual appetite or some of the things they may like.
They're running around with white girls in public. They're running around with white girls in public. What they hide?
Right.
So the 5'5" thick in the thigh is the direct countermeasure to the snow bunny. Do you see that? Yes. So you out with your white girl. I'm saying 5'5". When I say that, you know I'm not talking about no Asian. You know I'm not talking about no Caucasian. You know I'm not talking about no East Indian, because they are not generally found to be voluptuous. You follow what I'm saying? You know, they flatty patties, most of them, right? It's not until you get to the Latino where you start to see the African curve, but that's because the Latinos, right, have almost as much African ancestry as we do. They just don't identify with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I do think that with you, you know, being so forthcoming like that, I think black women love you for that.
Yes.
I see black women light up for you.
For sure.
Right? It ain't, and I don't think it's necessarily sexual, but it's like, it's an energy. He understands us. He represents us.
That's what I'm
goes
told.
to bat for us.
That's what I'm told.
Yes.
I was walking through Chicago O'Hare Airport. I'll never forget this one sister, because I get it all the time. I got it today. But I was walking through O'Hare maybe a year or two ago. She was older than me, maybe late 50s, early 60s. And she stopped me. She was very serious. She said, I want to say this to you. I'm thinking she's about to criticize, right? Because you know when that energy comes.
Yes.
But it wasn't. She said, I want you to know that you have done so much for the self-esteem of black women. She said this. She said, I'm telling you, as an older sister, I appreciate you, because you're the only brother I know who tells our men not to date out the race.
Yes.
She said, I listen to all y'all conscious brothers. Some of y'all agree with, some of y'all I don't, but you're the only one who consistently tells our men to date their own.
And that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So I think as much as it may be weaponized by some of your naysayers.
Oh, for sure. The detractors, they will weaponize everything. They'll weaponize the color of my socks.
Yes. But I also think black women appreciate it.
They do.
And that means far more.
They do.
Right? To the community, if you ask me, than some of the people weaponizing it, because you haven't been known to do a lot of things that will cause for people to say, hey, what the hell is up with Umar?
Right.
So,
and not only that, you also have to keep in mind that even within our community, you have organizations and individuals who do promote the black woman, but they only promote a certain type of a black woman. She has the wavy hair.
Yes.
Or she got the lighter skin.
Yes.
They'll say, I love black women. But when you look in their organization, almost all the women out front are high yellow or mixed race. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it don't have the same resonance, because even though you saying only date black women, you're constantly pushing a light-skinned, wavy hair, mixed race, almost racially ambiguous type of a sister. Whereas Dr. Umar, I'm pushing every color. That's why I say the chocolate, the butter almond, the butter pecan, the fudge. I make sure they understand. And I make it clear, I don't care how light she is or how dark she is, I'll date either side.
right. Let's talk about Shabuzi and Jelly Roll. Shabuzi was accepting the Grammy at the Grammy Awards, and he said some things
Those
that
are some
kind of
crazy
black
names,
community
Shabuzi
having a
and
conversation
Jelly Roll.
online. He said that immigrants built this country, and he was speaking directly to his people, you know, and the hand that they had in building America.
And the last thing I want to say, immigrants built this country, literally. So this is for them, for all children of immigrants. This is also for those who came to this country in search of better opportunity.
Black people were offended by that online that I seen. What is your position on that, and do you understand why people are offended by that?
Yes, indeed. First, shout out to Shabuzi. I never heard of him until somebody sent me. First of all, I reacted to the meme. I didn't know who said it. I didn't know he got an award. I never heard of him because I don't follow country music, right?
Right.
I just saw a meme that said, immigrants built America. And I said, here we go with that again, right? Because they're always trying to push some alternative narrative to take away the fact that Africans built the foundation of this country, right? Now, let's say you go out and build a house, Loon. You dig up the ground, you lay the foundation, you put the bricks. I come in after you built the house and I help keep it running. I didn't build the house though.
No, you did not.
Maintenance is not construction. Do you feel me? Maintenance is not construction. African immigrants may come, European immigrants may come, Canadian immigrants may come, Asian immigrants may come. You may participate in the maintenance and the expansion of the house that American Africans built.
Yes.
You see that?
Yes.
We built it.
Yes.
No immigrant built this but the enslaved American African.
Yes.
But after I made my response, because I didn't know it was for Shabuzi, right? I went to go look at the clip. And when I watched the clip, him and the Caucasian gentleman, they won a Grammy, a duo for best gospel performance, I believe it was. And so I watched his speech. And in watching his speech, I cannot say that he meant to intentionally slight the American African people. I didn't feel that. I just felt like he was giving accolades to the progress that immigrants have made in America. Now, he could possibly be criticized, although I wouldn't. I think it would be a little bit petty given the occasion, but he could be criticized for not pointing out African immigrants in particular. He said immigrants.
Yes.
So he put himself within the context of all immigrants. He multiculturalized.
Right, and
So
you
he-
need historical precision.
Absolutely, absolutely. So he could
When
be
you talk
criticized.
like that.
Absolutely,
Yes.
He could be criticized on that aspect, and he could also be criticized on the aspect that right after that he made a statement where he said, "If you come to America," and I'm paraphrasing him, "if you come to America, America will give you a chance as long as you're willing to work hard for it." Some people
not
would have
always
saw
true.
that as a slight towards the American African, because a lot of our continental African brothers and sisters, when they come here, not most, but many, like to talk about how hard they work, as if we don't work hard. So when he said work hard and you'll get a chance, first of all, we know that's complete crap.
Yes, it is.
That is complete
100%.
crap. Saying that is if you work hard in America, you will make it is complete crap. I can take you to prisons with people who worked hard and ended up in prison because they couldn't feed their family. So working hard in America does not automatically translate to success, nor can it, because we live in a capitalist society. In a capitalist society,
They exploit the work.
few
Yes.
exploit the many.
Yes.
So everybody who works hard does not succeed. In my opinion, that comment would have probably bothered me more than his comment of immigrants having built America, because you went to that other stereotype that African immigrants work so hard and American Africans
Yes,
don't.
yes,
when
yes,
the
yes.
research clearly shows we work harder. Black women, American African women, the descendants of the Africans who built this country, have more degrees than any other population, including the African immigrants. So you don't work harder. You are not the threat that we are. And I need my continental African brothers and sisters to know this, because I love them. I'm a Pan-Africanist, so we all one. But that also means, as one of the leaders of the Pan-Africanist movement, it is my job to check anybody who disrespects or misrepresents the struggle
Yes.
of another branch of the African family. So if I'm in Africa, and I've had to do this before, when I've taken my trips to the continent, sometimes American African or British African brothers will say something to disrespect the continental family. You don't know they struggle. Watch your mouth. And so when the continental Africans come here, or the Caribbean Africans come here, or the British Africans come here, I got to check them. You don't know our struggle. Watch your mouth. Because if it wasn't for us, you would have never got that job. If it wasn't for us, you would have never got into Harvard. If it wasn't for us, you would have never got into Yale Medical School. If it wasn't for us, you couldn't have married that white girl. Although I wish that was a law we never fought for. If it wasn't for us, you could have never lived in that suburb. If it wasn't for us, you would have never got the scholarship. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you literally are building your life off of the blood of my ancestors, and got the audacity to turn around and insult the blood that gave you an opportunity to thrive in this nation. That's disrespectful. Although we are all African, and I mean this to every branch of the family, because I don't love no branch any more than the other. I am true Pan-Africanist, because there's a lot of hypocritical Pan-Africanists out there. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
They will say Pan-Africanist, and they will practice cultural chauvinism. You feel me?
In what way?
I've had it done to me in Africa, where I've been around certain prominent Pan-Africanists, and they gave me that energy.
Yeah.
I don't really mess with you.
Yes.
Because you got to remember, anywhere I go in the world, I'm the most popular person in that place, except for Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré.
And he just took that spot from
And he
you.
just took that spot, right? Anywhere else, I'm him, everywhere.
Right.
And some people don't like that I'm bigger than them in their country,
Right.
bigger than them in their city, bigger than them in their town. And that's where a lot of the envy comes from, because they don't understand how he been so hot for so long where most of us have died off.
So you over here in America fighting.
I didn't know Dr. Umar was that big.
Right. And then you're telling me
do my
that you're being
research on him.
slighted in certain circles when it comes to Pan-Africanism.
Absolutely. And that is because a lot of people don't know the true history of Pan-Africanism. I see the memes on social media. Let me say this first one time to close out on the Shah Boozy point.
Yes.
I'm going to give him a pass because I really don't think the comments were that disastrous to earn the rebuke that they got.
Okay.
At the same time, I understand why many American Africans responded that way, because there is a tendency for some of our African immigrant brothers and sisters to push a false narrative that they work harder than us, when we're the reason you got a chance to work at all over here.
Exactly. Right? We opened the door for the work to even get done.
We opened the door.
It was harder opening the door than it was doing the work.
You didn't shed blood for the rights that you have. We shed the blood for the rights that you have. So imagine you give your life for my right to immigrate to this country, to become a doctor, lawyer, or an engineer, and I poke fun at you after your death for the fact that I think I'm doing better than you
at this moment.
You built
right
at this moment.
Yes.
Here's what I need every African immigrant to understand when you come to America. I don't care if I'm talking to my Canadian brothers and sisters, my Australian brothers and sisters, my South Pacific brothers and sisters, my Central and South American brothers and sisters, wherever you may be on the great African kingdom.
Hungry Root is the easiest way to eat healthy. Hungry Root is kind of like having your own personal shopper and nutrition.
You are not a threat to the white power structure of this country. That's why you're allowed to do what you want. Because if you get out of hand, you can be sent back home. It's that simple. We are the only non-white people in America who can never be deported, Loon, because slavery destroyed our connection to our ancestral motherland. They can't deport us. There's no other group of people in this country who cannot be deported. So they're not going to give you the same opportunity they give a Ghanaian African. They're not going to give you the same opportunity they give a Nigerian African. They're not going to give you the same opportunity they give an Ethiopian African, because if the Ethiopian starts getting out of hand, they're going back to Ethiopia. You see that? You can't be sent nowhere. So there is an intentional effort to control the pace of progress on behalf of the American African. And the problem with some of our continental family is they don't know that history. And they think that when they end up with more than you materialistically or scholastically, it's because they worked harder. No, it's not. If you look at how hard you worked, it was no more than we did. But you were allowed to achieve a little bit more because you are not a threat.
Right.
We are the threats.
Yes. Let me ask you this. For someone who doesn't know.
Let me tell you this. I'm signing off for right now, but I'm going to be back on later. I'm tired. Like I said, I just got off of the third shift, so I'm going to go and lay it down. All right, I'll see y'all later.